What's up, you guys, and welcome to City Park, located in downtown New Orleans. My name is Travel Nurse Gary, and today we're talking about my 5 best strategies that I use daily in my life to manage stress. Stick around, we have a great episode for you. Hello, and welcome to the Everything Travel Nurse Show, a show dedicated to educate and entertain nurses who are inspired by travel nursing. I'm a world traveler and been on the road now for over 3 years. My name is Travel Nurse Gary. I believe that you can do this too, and I'm here to help you along your journey. What's up, y'all, and welcome to New Orleans. This week, we're talking about stress management, but before we even get into that, I want to talk about being a new nurse. How great were you at managing stress? This is something I really struggled with my first 3 years of nursing. I didn't have good stress management techniques, and this has been something I've been continuously working on throughout the years. And let's take a flashback real quick of my first year of nursing and how I managed stress. I just got done working 6 12-hour shifts, and today I'm gonna eat healthy. Whoa. That doesn't even make sense. Now that you've seen how I used to manage stress as a new grad, let's go to 2020, when I first flew into California on March 9th. I remember that week really vividly because my first day of orientation, the entire state of California went on lockdown. Although nothing could have really prepared me for what was about to happen in the field of nursing in 2020, I spent the next 11 months researching stress management techniques and incorporating massive change into my life in order to have a positive outcome. These are the top 5 stress management techniques that I used to help me get through 2020. Number 5. And what's up, you guys? And the number 5 thing I like to do for all of my stress activities is definitely just going out for walks. I know it sounds so simple, but really just getting out in nature every single day. It doesn't matter where I'm at, even in Los Angeles or here in New Orleans. Getting out, just doing that daily walk, 5-10 minutes. Even on to and from work, I consider that just every single day, get a walk in, go for a run, cycling. These little tiny things being outside just make a huge difference in just overall happiness. And I have to say, just get out there and do it every single day. So the second strategy that I like to use every single day in my life to manage stress is going to be meditation. Every single day I just like to take 5 to 10, 15 minutes meditation, get my mind clear, positive energy. That's like my daily routine. I need this like every single day in my life, and especially when I'm working multiple days in a row. This is something that I just got to do every single day, and I love meditation. And this is where I like to go, is Puerto Rico. And specifically, I like to be on the beach, and I like to remember the feeling of the sun on my skin. And that's like the ultimate meditation for me. 5 to 10 minutes every single day. I promise you it is therapeutic, and you will notice an immediate effective happiness in your life. In addition, I also like to do this a lot with my anxiety patients. It always is one of my first interventions I like to do with them before going into any type of medication. One day a week, though, you'll find me here in San Luis Obispo, California, on the beach. Only one day in California, though, because I'm afraid that they might find a way to tax me if I spend more time there. Number 3. So the number 3 stress relieving technique I like to use in my life is actually reading. When the pandemic first hit in May 2020, I created a 26-week goal where I read 26 books in 26 weeks. And I was able to meet that goal, and I was really proud of myself. But since then, I've never really been able to stop reading, and it's been one of the best stress relieving techniques in my life. And it just makes me think better, I feel better, and it's just something I don't think I can ever go back to just not doing every single day, is at least reading a little bit, even if it's just like an online journal, reading like periodicals, book in the park. It doesn't matter what it is, every single day I read at least 15 minutes. Today I'm reading a little bit longer, an hour in the park, and we're reading Mario Vargas Llosa, The Bad Girl. And this is the first time I've ever read a book from a South American author. And What I want to stress is reading a book outside of your normal social norms or thought process is really great experience. I learned a lot from looking at the world from a Peruvian point of view, and I want to recommend that to you. Number 2. So the second best stress management technique I like to incorporate in my life has been the entire creation of YouTube. I found that making the videos, learning how to make them, editing, and putting them out on social media has been very therapeutic for me. I enjoy the entire process. It's very time consuming and I find it fun. And that's really important in this field. Make sure you're having fun. Now let's talk about nursing school. Nursing school does such a great job of preparing a nurse for caring for others, but not yourself. Over my 7-year career as a nurse, I've observed a lot of nurses leave the bedside, and since this pandemic started, I've seen a lot more leave. It's important to have interest outside of nursing. Start a business, have a hobby, play sports, start a side hustle. Mine's YouTube. What's your outside interest? Now this is the part of the show where we're going to take a closer look. Every week's going to be a little bit different what we look at, depending on where my mind decides to take us. But there's different aspects of travel nursing that we just don't always think about that really do deserve a closer look. Hey there, so my name's Canadian Gary and I'm the executive producer of the show. On this week's Closer Look, I'd like to talk about one of my favorite stress management techniques, and that is watching the sunset. Being from Canada, just feel like we have some of the best sunsets in the world, and actually New Orleans has some really good sunsets too, and here's a sunset overlooking New Orleans. Number 1. Alright you guys, so for the number 1 thing I like to do in my life to decrease stress is working out. I define myself as somebody who works out every single day, so I always try and find a reason or a way to work out for at least 15 minutes every single day. No matter what, I'm in there doing the time working out, and it's really been one of the best stress relieving activities for me. It helps me just make me feel better. I always feel like I can just do stuff that I really couldn't do if I didn't work out every single day. So it's my number 1 workout and stress management technique. I really hope that you do this too. I want you to define yourself as somebody who works out every single day, because then you're going to find out that you always find a way to work out. You can always make up excuses like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. And don't define yourself as somebody who works out every single day, and you'll always be able to find a way to work out. Get on it. Your limits, don't push yourself too hard, and consult a physician before starting a workout exercise. So this is one of the 26 books I read during the initial lockdown of the pandemic. It's called Everyday Millionaires by Chris Hogan. It's a book that's all about millionaires, their habits, backgrounds, tools, goals, lifestyle. This book is basically a summary of the biggest study ever on millionaires. The book claims over 10,000 and summarizes how the mass majority of them became successful. You might see some similarities between this episode and this book. I have no disclosures to announce, and I'd like to say that I'm not being sponsored by Ramsey Solution. The more nurse millionaires in this world has, I believe the better this world is going to be. Finance is important to mental health, and I want you to be successful too. What did nursing school teach you about financial success? I know that at Badenoch Community College School of Nursing, they didn't teach me anything about financial success. I personally am going to recommend this book, and I want to recommend the audiobook because Chris Hogan really does have such a great voice, and he just makes this book smooth together so well. If you're going to be financially successful, study those who have been successful. And that's why I'm going to recommend this as a beginner's book to having financial success. So that's all we've got here at the Everything Travel Nurse Show for today's episode. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And if you thought this was valuable content, please give the Canadian thumbs up, Really appreciate it.